a lot about sort of intellectual maturity and I guess the physical maturity and all those things. So I guess my question is, how do you think that those sort of coincide and are different? Like, does intellectual maturity come along with physical maturity, or maybe later, or it can come earlier, or sort of thoughts on that?
I don't think they necessarily coincide at all. I mean, you know, there are very grown-up people in terms of age and height and all that stuff, right? Who are very immature intellectually, and vice versa. You know, they're precocious, which is sort of a weird word, but
I mean, there's clearly a biological dimension. Something happens when you're a teenager that you know, the hormones kick in, and you're rebelling, and there's something going on there, right? And almost everybody experiences it. And there's also something about the development of the frontal lobe. When it doesn't exist, it's hard to be an independent thinker when you can't think. So the biology, you know, the mechanisms have to be developed enough to do it. Now, when that happens, and I agree completely with Tara, right? Some people have it all developed and they're still babies, and some people at a very young age with very little of the mechanics, they seem to be incredibly mature. I think it goes back to the choices you make and how you deal with the world around you and how you deal with yourself.
But not just the choices you make. I mean, so my answer to your question is, I don't know. I haven't studied it. There's people who study this kind of thing. You can give sort of your observations, and I think, I mean, a way to put it is the norm is there's a relationship between the physical development and the mental development. And so, like something, if you think in the law, an age, drawing a line at age of consent, you wouldn't do it pre-puberty. So there's a relationship between the two. But what exactly, how to think about that, what all the variation is, what are the factors that can cause variation? I mean, there's a tremendous amount to study there that people study, but not us.
Thanks.